the most important thing I have ever done in my life is believe in the law of assumption and believe in God. Because I started to communicate with God. You know, I used to pray, like, I'm Muslim, so I would pray 5 times a day and stuff. But I would pray just to pray and that's it, and then go to sleep and cry. But then I started praying, like talking. So every single time when I did my prayer, I would sit, and not every single time, because that's also like pushing it and that's too much. But like sometimes when I was really feeling down, I was like, look, I talked to God like he was my best friend. I was like, look, I don't feel good, and this is what I'm feeling right now, and I don't know why, and I know you're the only one that can help me, and you know what, I give it to you. You know what's best for me, then show me the way. I asked him, show me the way, how do I do it? So when I started talking to him like that, I swear, every single thing I wanted to manifest started manifesting into my life. Because I started talking to God. See, you guys are expecting things to come into your life, but did you ask God? Did you ask the universe? Did you ask? If you don't believe in anything, just ask. You know? You cannot expect help if you don't ask for help. And you cannot expect good things to come if you don't even can accept help from people. You know, sometimes God puts people into our life to help us, to upgrade us. And if you're constantly dismissing people and being like, no, I got it on my own, how will you ever get there? And then you keep asking like, God, why don't you help me? God says, I send you this person, but you dismissed them or dismissed her completely. Let go of trying to control everything. Like, I was always trying to control every single thing in my life. I needed control. I was so afraid of not having control in my life. And this comes from early childhood trauma. Because like when I was in my younger years, I never had control. There was a parent that always had control over me, and I felt just like I was nothing, you know? And when I grew older, that gave me a sense of like, oh, okay, I need to control everybody around me and everything that happens into my life, because that's the only thing I have. But then I realized that when I started talking to God, and when I started seeing that whatever I ask him is happening, I started to trust him. So I let go of every desire I had. I asked once. I would ask once. I would say, this is what I want, and specific, you know. If it was money that I wanted, like for example, I needed to pay a fine, I specifically asked, I need money for this fine. This is how much I need. Please help me. And I would always also practice gratitude before I would say, thank you, God, for having a bed to sleep in. Thank you, God, for having food on the table. Thank you, God, for the smallest things I would say thank you for before I went to bed. And then I would talk to him. I would say like, hey, this was my day. This is what happened. Like, even literally like he's my best friend. I would tell him everything. And then I would be like, okay, so right now I have this fine to pay. Can you make sure I have the money? And like, really, sometimes I swear, like out of nowhere, I would get money. And this was like scary stuff, like scary. And then I knew, okay, whatever I ask him will happen. So I started to trust him. And now whatever happens, even if it's good or bad, I trust that it's for my better. When somebody leaves my life that I really wanted, I know that God knows he's not good for me. I know that he knows what's best for me. So I really do not stress anymore. Like, I cannot tell you guys how much I trust him. Because I have seen every time I've asked, he has delivered. And he has not failed. And when I did not get what I wanted, I got something better instead. That's how much you have to trust, and you have to start assuming like the world is designed for you to succeed. That's how the highest version of you would think. So from now on, I want you to adopt this mindset of what would the highest version of myself do? You walk into a room, you have a meeting. You might think, oh no, I'm so nervous, I can't do this. Or you have a presentation for school, you think, oh no, I'm so nervous, I can't do this. What would the highest version of yourself do? Shoulders back, walk into the room and start talking. Talking like these people are oh, you know what? Whenever you go somewhere, think that everybody's in love with you. Like, really, honestly, do that. That will make you more confident. You really have to think like, oh my God, these people are obsessed with me. You have to tell yourself affirmations like that. Before you have a big project, look into the mirror, say, I am powerful. I am amazing. I am gonna kill this today. Ask God, say, God, today, I want you to help me to talk better, to deliver, to have the best presentation ever. God, please stand by with me today. And I swear, when you start talking, you talk like you've never talked before. Because He literally helps. You ask for help, you'll receive help. See, recovery, getting the better version of yourself, becoming the highest version of yourself, it's not linear. It hurts. It takes accountability. Accountability leads to guilt because you have to see all the things you've done before. It takes going through the process of like looking at yourself differently, looking at yourself like, why did I act this way? Why did I do this? If you are trying to heal from trauma, it often means that you have to relive the trauma to heal from it. And this hurts. And you know what? You're going to have so many bad days as well. But I still have bad days, you know? I have days where I wake up and I'm like, wow, I really don't like this. I really don't want this. But then, you know, when you change your mindset, you change your life. I have my bad day. I always think, what would the highest version of me think right now? You know, what would she do? And I know she thinks that, you know, she believes in God, she believes in the universe, she believes that everything's working out for her. So she knows that this bad day is actually a blessing. Because how can we appreciate the good days if we do not have bad days? We would not even know what good days were if there were no bad days, you know? So I'm telling you, when you are trying to recover from something, when you are trying to become a better person, you will have good and bad days. But it's the process that will make you fall in love with life. You know, oftentimes it's not the thing that we get. Like, for example, if you want an expensive watch, right? The watch itself does not fulfill you. But the process towards the watch, the working towards it, the anticipation, oh my God, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. That's what makes you happy. And then when you get it, you're like, oh wow, is this it? But you forget like the whole process before, that's the exciting part. So oftentimes when people try to lose weight and stuff, they're like, oh wow, okay, so I got here now. But like going to the gym, seeing every single day that scale go down and being like, oh wow, and looking better, feeling healthier, drinking a lot of water, your skin becoming plump, eating healthy, having energy, that's the process. That's the happiness. So you have to look at things like, wow, I fall in love with the process of getting things, not the thing itself, but the whole time that takes to get there. The bad days, the good days, everything. You take it in and you're like, wow, I love this process. Another thing is, do not tell me what you want or what you want to accomplish, what your ambitions are. I could not care less, to be honest with you. Show me what you've done. Show me what you're doing. Because, for example, when I started my whole social media thing and my stuff, my mom, she would be like, Liz, what are you doing? It's embarrassing. You're not accomplishing anything. I mean, I was gaining a little followers, but I wasn't going anywhere, you know? And now that I started making money off of this, my mom is one of my biggest supporters. Why? Because I showed her what I was capable of. The years before, I would always talk about it and be like, oh my God, Mom, I want this, I want this. She'd be like, yeah, whatever, Liz, whatever. You're a little dreamer, whatever, you know? But then now when I'm serious about this and she sees me signing contracts, she sees me physically doing this stuff, she's like, whoa, that's my daughter. And now she supports me. And the bigger I get, the more support I'll get from my family. It's just that way. So I have people sending me messages as well, like, yeah, Liz, my family doesn't support me. I don't know what to do. Now I don't want to do it. Hey, look. If you tell big dreams to small-minded people, they will never support you because they do not understand. They haven't done it themselves. Why do you think you can do it, you know? Big issue with a lot of people these days is you want to talk. You want to talk before it happened. Okay, so why are you putting this evil eye on yourself? Because I believe in evil eye. I really, really do. Every single time I told somebody something, a goal of mine or anything, before it actually happened, it did not work. Why? Because people, you know, what people don't know, they cannot ruin. You guys have to become more private about your life. You're always putting everything on social media. See, I am on social media, but I'm private. I do not want to answer personal questions. Why? Because I do not want anybody knowing anything about my personal life because it's personal. I do not know who's watching me. I do not know who's preying on my downfall. People are watching me because they love me, but people are also watching me because they hate me, and I'm aware of that. And at the end of the day, evil eye does exist. I believe in it. So I will not talk about things that I want to accomplish before they're accomplished, you know? I will show you guys that I'm accomplishing it and that I'm doing it. But I will not talk about it before it happened. And that's why a lot of reason why you guys are not succeeding is because you talk too much and you do less. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm telling you, you don't like yourself, you create another version. You start behaving like the best version of yourself. You start figuring out what the best version of yourself looks like, smells like, dressed like, what the career is, what the passion is, like anything. You know this for yourself. If you don't, you figure it out. I love you guys so much. Like, it's insane. Like, the way my social media is growing, and especially my YouTube, because I love YouTube, because it really gives me a connection with you guys. I just love this so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful for you guys. And I swear, every night before I go to bed, I pray for you guys. I pray that everyone that's watching me, that wants to succeed, will succeed. And I know you guys will, but I cannot do this for you. The only thing I can do is provide you with content, and you guys have to actually do it, you know? I cannot hold your hand and be like, come on, let's do it together. I can't. I wish I could, I can't. So get honest with yourself. Start becoming the higher version of yourself. Start acting like the higher version of yourself. And you're gonna make it. You really are. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching.